when it's needed. So we want you to explain more to us. You got to go into detail. First of all, I have to explain to you something very simple. Jackie has become part of the Keshe Foundation Innovation Group. So we can ask him any question you like, as long as within the parameter of the science, because you are testing your energy maglev system. So, and you're very good at in explaining it with a beautiful French accent. But we want to know more. I want to know more, because knowing more, we take the fear away. In able to understand the parameters, we don't give room for those who want to abuse the technology, or in a way to, what do you call it, use it for whatever purpose they have in mind. Explain to us how you feel psychologically.
At the beginning of the process, sometimes it's a little bit difficult, because you have the feeling you will all lose, you know, like you lose yourself. And sometimes, you know, your body is really difficult, is really tough, it needs a lot, you want a lot, and we need to give a lot of energy and attention of the body. And at one time you say, shut up, you know, and just take what you need and give what you can, you know. And then when you go further in this stage, your body start to find this balance and to find a new way to function. And the energy is totally different. It's become more lighter, it's become more less solid. Your perception go further and further and further, and you start to discover a new world, you know. It's like, for the moment, if I am, I don't know, 10%, but I start to can see new perspective, new origins. It's a beautiful feeling. It gives you peace, you know. It gives you serenity.
Can I ask you a question? Is this the same with other 5 or 6 people who are close to the system, or is it just you?
It's, you know, everyone is connected, but everyone is different, you know. Everyone have his own personality, and everyone make our own experience with the energy. Someone want to go really fast, and we want to go really deeply in that. And I have one person, I need to stop it. She decided to stop the process because this is really too fast. She said, in 2 weeks I'm not more here, because I feel the elevation, you know. I feel the
what do you mean?
Wow.
Can you explain? Can you explain to us what does she mean with that? I will not be here in 2 weeks.
Yeah. She understands what the meaning, the true meaning of the plasma world.
Is that the young girl who was in the team?
No, it's the more older.
Older. And the woman who got drunk?
No, the other.
The other.
Who speak with the people, yeah. And she
How did she feel? Can you explain to us? Because you see these people on a daily basis, more or less.
Yeah.
How did she feel?
She feel like levitating and in total levitation, and she have no more physical needs, and she realized that she continue the process. She will die, but not dying, you know, because today we put the name dying on this.
No. It's important to clarify. What do you mean that she felt she'll die?
Because it's the meaning of when you become yourself, when you reach the state of the true plasma. It's at this time in the humanity we speak about death, you know, but it's not the death, it's the birth. But
Yeah, but no, no, because what is important, we have to clarify this very, very clearly. Is this person is a one person out of a group of nearly 35, 40 people which are going through with this. Uh, uh, does she or did she stop working? Did she stop breathing? Did she stop living? Or
no,
is the fear of being independent from the Mother Earth for nourishment that she thinks she might die?
yeah, exactly.
You see, that with a lot of women, we know this very clearly that they have a problem. They have a huge problem. I've been in lectures, I've seen scientists at the highest level, which, okay, we go, the doctors, the leading scientists, but as long as it's connected to Earth and justifies the Mother Earth, because they see as a mother, they give life, they say Earth gives life to humanity, and if we become independent of taking nourishment from the Earth, then it's the end, and this cannot be. And this is the ransom they take us to, especially women do. That, you know, if you do this is the end, I don't want to be, because then there is no purpose for me to be the mother. I've been through this discussion and I've spoken about it before. So she hasn't lost anything. She didn't fall. She doesn't fall to indefinite sleep that she doesn't wake up.
No, no, no. No.
It's just a feeling that then she is not connected to the earth because she's not using earthly things.
Yeah, exactly. She goes up and up and up and up.
Hmm. Yeah, it's a detachment.
Yep,
It's a
absolutely.
physical detachment. So this will bring, as I said, people will draw the line where they want to be, and this is the same thing as I said very, very earlier on. We are coming to it the way you put it and the way you are there. As I said, people will come to be. I think somebody's breathing too hard. You got to adjust your microphone, please, Jackie. The time will come that people will not build this spaceship because it's done through their own emotion, because of they know they cannot carry on with the deception, with the lies, with their own whatever they've done wrong. And we've seen this major corporations in space technology have start taking actions by threatening Keshe Foundation supporters at a very, very specific ways, because they understand people are achieving, and then themselves by developing technologies, by having their unlimited resource of governments, have achieved left. They want to encourage, discourage people to go ahead. We are following, this is exactly what you talked about. People fear of building things, being able to be independent, and especially a lot of women will walk away, and a lot of big industrials group see that there is no need for them in the aircraft industry, for example. What is the use? What am I going to do to my shareholders that everybody, 3 people, 4 people can get together, they can make their own, what they call it, flying machine. And what you explained just now, levitation and being able to do, we know, and this is not the first time we hear this. We heard this in number of occasions, and we are setting up a test structure for this flight condition. It's not that you levitate, you create a condition that through your emotion you become part of the structure. So once you become the fourth, you have to find the position of the fourth. If you remember, I explained to a lot of people, a lot of you who start this process, you're going to have this problem. A lot of you who started the process of what now Jackie tells us, you will feel the same. What's going to happen to you? This is, as I said, we're going into the deeper space technology. You made the 3-star formation. Now you are the fourth. And if you remember, going back to the teaching of the past, if you leave this fourth reactor, which is you, free, it has to find its own position in respect the other three. And so what happens? You feel what you call lift, or you feel levitation. It could be anywhere. You don't have to be within that structure because you haven't built the exact machine. It could be your position. You go to achieve this position. A lot of you're not the only one. You say this lady has come to the point of levitation. You are the fourth reactor. And you have to move in a position that it allows the balance between all the three reactors. So a lot of you who go into the using these systems, set up these feeding systems, you will start feeling this process of levitation and lift. In a way, you go to become the skin, position of the skin of the craft. Wherever you stop, if you don't panic, that is the top end of the boundary of your system. This is where you should start seeing matter state. Because now you've taken, you have become part of, now it dictates your position. So you're the fourth reactor, the other three dictates your position. Or you get in there that in the position you have, you find a position within this structure, where through your thoughts you dictate the fourth position. We know a guy who actually panicked. It's happened to me many times when I set systems up. As I've said before, the first time is horrendous, but second, third times because it's second nature, because being there, you know what it means. So with that process, what we said, people achieve lift, and if they can do it with themselves, they don't need a craft to achieve, they don't need to make a, what you call a spaceship. We see now 4, 5 reports about this. And these people have never spoken to each other, they know nothing about each other. But they are sitting near enough to the same structure. So those of you who will start, we're going to announce in next week, 10 days, a new structure, new product. And then we allow you to test it. This is a, what we call a test product. We're not setting it as a unit, it's a test product that a lot of you can test. And then tell us how, what it needs to be adjusted, or what it needs not to be adjusted, and how it needs to be adjusted. That we make a perfect flying machine and perfect what I call a spaceship. In the next week or two, I'm setting things up in the background. And a lot of you will have this feeling. And a lot of you will walk away from it, because the next step in this is you become part of a system which you are totally clear with yourself what you want. You can't say, I want to go left, where you want to go right. And you can't say, I love you and I want to be near Earth, where you actually want to be a passenger of a space. We are getting in there, and as Jackie said, you're not the first one. She says she feels the levitation and she wants to stop, because we get this. A lot of women think the Mother Earth and are a woman, they give birth and they don't want to be detached from it. So a lot of passengers of the space will be mainly men. And I hope we don't make a second, what do you call it, Swiss Guard out of all the Keshe Foundation members. So we have to find out how we do it and how we can encourage the technology. Understand it, why, and what are the consequences. The feeling of levitation is because now you have received energy from the system, and if you are so pure to receive what you need, then you become part of the system. And then when you become a part of the system, you have to find a position in respect to the system. And if the system wants you to be 2 meters high, because that's where you can create a right fourth reactor, You'll be at 2. You see yourself hanging, you there, but it's totally, you don't, it's not a weightlessness. It's a very well controlled balance. You can lie down. It's exactly like being on Earth. You decide in what position in respect to the other reactors you want to be. Because now your point of reference is not Earth anymore. Your point of reference are the 3 reactors which you have decided. I want to stand up. I want to be in this condition to me. How do you know in a space we all don't walk compared to Earth on a flat condition? Instead of vertical condition, we look at walking, we start adapted to a horizontal position to adapt, to move. So this is the things you got to learn. A lot of you will report this in the coming time. Feeling of levitation, feeling of being away from Earth, and a lot of women will walk away from it, and a lot of criminals would not do it. And they say there is something wrong with the technology because now they have to face with their own real inner being. This is the problem. This is a day of judgment, and these machines become the you judge of yourself. Carry on, Jackie, please.
Yes, thank you. It's absolutely the feeling I have. And
can you speak up a little bit? You're very
yeah.
remote.
Okay. It's really the feeling I have now. We really start to go in deep in this technology, and it's strange. We need to adjust. We need to learn. We need to be, how do you say, really humble. We make a lot of humility, you know. And we are just at the beginning. We just see new horizons, and but you know, the beauty. It's the life becomes really the truth become. You know, the people can't lie with this system. And we allow everyone to be what they are and what they want and where they want to go. And yeah, this is a fabulous process I get with my friends who are part of the experiments. We live some beautiful emotion things, you know. Not every minute it's beautiful, we enjoy, but it's like when you discover a new land, you know, you discover new things, and you are so amazed but with all you see and all the new things, the new experience and the new feeling, and yeah, it's really good. We make some beautiful relationship together. It's people I know from 40 years, you know, but we discover every day more about together. We speak about things we never speak before. We start loving ourselves more and more and more. And when you start more giving, more exchanging, more communication, more help together, the other can help you a lot. And you know, Sunday I was not so good. I have not so good feeling, and I want to go out, and it's nobody, and I lost the meeting. And after, the people are there for me, and they say, "Oh, guys, what are you doing? We need your help. We need to have the meeting, and we need to share together." So one is minus, the other are here to take him and give him some help. And yeah, it's beautiful when you start to see the interaction with the different plasma, and the positioning of the different plasma, and the people starting to help each other and communicate what they have on Earth, on the Earth. And yeah, it's totally new. It's beautiful, and it's not me, you know. It's every people have experiences like that at their level, what they are, what they want, when they. It's totally free, you know. It's not a sacrifice. It's just a new life. You decide. It's the first time we can decide it, what you want, what we want, because we are. Yeah.
Jackie, how are you sleeping? How's your sleep like?
I sleep 50% less.
I figured.
And I just want to be really materialistic on this kind of thing. You know, I just remember,
Hi, Jackie.
yeah, who is it? Yeah. I just realized this morning when I wake up and I make my tickets.
Jackie,
Yeah.
it's Alex. I just want to ask a question. Hello.
Yes, hello.
I just want to ask you if you can taste objects with your hands, with your fingers. If you can, yeah, hello, Jackie. This is something I've observed myself. Can you taste objects with your fingers? Like if you hold an apple with your fingers, you can taste them in your mouth. Can you do that?
I don't understand. Excuse me.
If you touch objects with your
Let me explain,
if
Alex.
you
Let
use
me
your
explain.
fingers. Okay.
What Alex
Okay.
is saying, Alex, let me explain because maybe it's easier for him to understand, for Jack. What Alex says, because Alex has experience with, he touches the fruit, he tastes the fruit.
Yeah.
Am I correct, Alex? Hello? Alex?
Yes, Mr. Kesh. Yes,
Am I
yes, that's
correct?
correct.
Okay. Alex,
Yes.
before I forget, can you please respond to an email I sent you or Vince has sent you? It's urgent. Respond today, please.
Oh, it's
The,
difficult.
when you hold an orange, you taste the orange. Am I correct, Alex?
Yes, Mr. Kesh. Not just an orange. Anything I touch, I can taste it.
Okay, okay, I understand. Because you've been so much involved with that level that you become part of the system. You absorb things without doing it. But it's very dangerous what you're talking about. But in a way, not dangerous because you can feel anything you like. You just touch and you have it. He's asking, have you reached to that point yet?
Yes.
In how? Can you explain to us?
It's now I can look, see, and feel the fields, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I can direct the fields, you know. So I can play with my hand, I can direct the flow, and I can interact with objects or people. Because now I know the flow, I can go in one way or in another way. And I can feel their fields, and then I can feel the emotion. And you know, I just wake up at 4:30, and I don't know why I wake up, and I just watch my telephone, and I have a very important message 1 minute before.
Jackie?
Yeah.
Jackie, just 1 minute, let me come in. The reason why you wake up at 4 in the morning is because that is when the changes, of course, the changes between the day and then the night. If you observe in the evenings as well, between the hours of maybe 4:30 to 7, that's when you get hungry. Am I correct?
Perhaps, yeah.
Okay, so that's what happens to me. I mean, within the hours of 5 and 7 here, that's when I get hungry. But if I don't eat then, I can go by it. I can still see the next day without eating. But if I eat then, which means I've broken the fast, which means I've gone back to matter.
Yeah, I understand what you said.
So if you get hungry between the hours of 5 to 7, and then you can avoid eating by maybe 7:30 or 8, you get your energy back. You don't even have to eat; just become normal again.
Exactly.
Because that is when it changes. And then even in that period, if you use your voltmeter to test your electrodes, like the little battery capacitors you made, you discover that the current is very low. You have very low amps and current from your batteries and your plasma devices. Hello.
Yeah, I can understand. I totally agree with you.
All right, so All right, then.
So
I just
how do
wanted
you
to.
eat? Well, put it this way: do you eat from the machine, or do you feel hungry to just take energy, or do you go physically eating? You see, you two and the
No,
others
Jackie.
become new animals. We got to learn from you lot how you do, how you feel, and some of you are very bit evolved a little bit faster than the others. But I'm going to ask you something, both of you. Do you, any of you two and the others you speak to, have changed or feel the rhythm in the breathing?
Yeah.
Um, not me, not really. I've not felt no changes in my rhythm.
Do you feel any, have you, any of you or the people you know tell you they are short of breath or they don't take that many breaths?
Yes,
Not.
for myself, yes, and one other people relate this. Yeah,
Can
they
you
don't
explain
need
to
so
us?
much breathing. Then you start breathing in another way, because you position yourself. You are the force reactor, and you position. And when you reach this position, the air is totally different. You don't breathe the same. It's plasma transfer. It's energy transfer. It's really not the same.
Alex, can you explain to us in more detail your experience? Because I know a lot of things you do.
As regard the feeding.
Yeah.
Okay. When I wake up in the morning, well, I don't have to go to the reactor room. I can feed myself from anywhere. And then usually I start getting hungry at about 11, 12. But if I don't eat, it's over. I'm not going to be hungry throughout the day until about maybe 5 or 6. That's when I want to take my dinner. Most times I take my dinner, but sometimes I just skip it. If I skip it, I don't eat again till the next morning. So each time I get hungry, sometimes I can go to the reactor room and just spend some couple of hours. Like if I'm very tired, like I'm really, really tired, I go to where the what I call the shrine, where it is. I spend a couple of minutes there, and then when I get out, I'm all right again. It's like I'm really fed. It's not like it gives me a lot of energy. It's not that I'm fed. I don't really. Sometimes I feel like chewing, but if I can think about other things apart from the hunger or the craving for chewing, I can get it right. I just go without nothing. I can stay for a day or two without even having to eat nothing.
But has the eating of you has changed the habit or things you eat, or it doesn't matter if you don't eat?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. My eating habit hasn't changed. Just that my taste bud has improved a lot. Everything tastes nice to me now.
Can I ask you a thing? I think you said the children at home don't eat that much as well, if I remember. Am I correct?
Yeah. Not just that. Even here, that I moved to Africa. My partner, she doesn't eat. She just follows the same rhythm as me. She doesn't eat as much. She wakes up like me. She doesn't eat until I'm ready for breakfast, and then for dinner as well. She waits until I'm ready to eat. But I ask her, "Are you hungry?" She says, "No, she's never hungry."
You got a very
So
good
it's not
woman,
just me.
very cheap to run the house.
Yeah, but when it goes for when you make savings on food, you can't make savings on other things.
Yeah. But does it affect anything else emotionally from you two and the others around you?
Not really. No, I'm not. It doesn't affect me emotionally. Otherwise, it
Barry, does it make
enhances
it
my emotion and
calmer?
it makes me.
Does it make you a calmer person, more aggressive?
It makes you calm, but sometimes I tell you the time when in the morning when the hours changes, when I'm just waking up and then I feel a little bit hungry before I go to the reactor room, everything gets me annoyed. Everything gets me annoyed in that period. But after then, I just cool down and then that's it. Not just me, even the people that live around my environment, they come. If you come to my house, if I take you to the reactor room, you don't want to leave. You just want to be there. Most people I take there, they just want to be there.
How many reactors you have in your reactor room?
Well, everything is a reactor there. I have lots of them. I have some bottles, reactors. I have these stackers. I have the Magrab system, and then I have the flight system. I have 2 flight system, and I just made one now, which I'm.
What do you call a flight system?
And then I have the
What do you
latest
call
one.
What is the flight system, the latest one?
Yeah, I'm going to show it to you. If I can put on my video, let me see. That is
Share.
good.
Don't let us see your program. Open it up first before you share.
You can't. No, Mr. Cash, the bandwidth doesn't allow me to share videos.
Oh, let us think. What do you have? What do you call what do you call it? Your system. The flight system.
Okay, the middle coil. I mean the gravitational coil with a con at the middle, and then the magnetic coil with cons, 6 cons in between the gravitational and the magnetical, and then the 12 cons outside the rings. I mean the 12 little cons outside the rings.
You have 6 coils in the middle and 12 outside the ring.
I have 2 coils, one in the middle and one outside, and then I have 2 sets of cons, which is 6 in the gravitational and then 12 in the magnetical.
Yeah.
And then I have it's like the control system you made.
Yeah. And the star formation underneath?
Yeah, I have a star formation underneath.
3 base. And 1 on the top?
I have 3 on it. I have this 3. I have another bottle which is it's like it's a rainmaker. It makes water, but I'm still trying to find out how to make it improve it, because since I set it up, it's been producing. I have CO2 and CH3. It's I embedded CO2 in clay and then CH3 in clay as well. I put the CH3 on top of the CH3 clay on top of the CO2 clay, and then I put a bottle over it, and then I had some little configuration inside it that makes it brings water. It's always water. I can post a picture later on Facebook.
Send it on Thursday.
Hello?
Show it on Thursday. Send it on Thursday.
Okay.
We have it on Thursday. Send it to Rick that he can show. We know for a fact. We know for a fact if you have a combination of CH3 and CO2, you can, in a specific condition, produce, in the presence of water, water from external sources.
Yes, because clay contains, that's what I'm doing, because the clay contains some water. So when the clay takes time to dry, so it's always humid. I don't know if you know. Yeah. So when I mix some CO2 with the clay and then CH3 with the clay, and then put them in a bottle, and then I put some little bit of light on top. I constantly get water. It's been there now for about a week or so. But to a greenhouse, because if I can make a bigger version of it, I can plant things in there. Because it's very, very humid. You can see the droplets of the water at the walls of the bottle.
Pardon? Repeat.
I say you can see the droplets of the water at the wall on the wall of the bottle. The plastic bottle, yeah, you can see the droplets of the water. You can physically see it. I mean, sometimes
you did that with oil or the water in
in London.
Yeah, but the interesting thing is that Benjamin is doing the same in Africa. I don't know if you've spoken with him. Is Benjamin online? Do you see Benjamin in the back?
Yeah, maybe it's because of the maybe.
Benjamin is.
I can't see him online.
Yeah, we don't see him on the list of participants.
You don't see him online, yeah. Benjamin is achieving water as well, outside the box, with his fish tank, where he has CO2 in there. Okay, but I want, you said you feel, what happens when you go into your reactor room, Alex? Alex, are you there? Hello? Rick, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Mr. Kesh. It's
Have we lost Alex?
yeah, I think it's just he's kind of rough connection there. He had trouble at the beginning as well.
Yeah.
He'll probably
Okay,
get back in.
when he comes back in, let him come in. Okay, Jackie, can you go? What we're trying to do is not to interrogate you, is to get the explanation and other people who've done or doing the same to speak. That we take the fear or the people who try to be fear mongering out of the equation. What this means is that by explaining, by understanding, by being able to be part of, we show it's not just one person. People who've been or are close to the systems feel the same. But a lot of us chooses to eat. This is a very strange system. You still are the decision maker, that if you want to eat or you don't want to eat. And as I said, I opted out because I know how to opt out. And it is interesting how we can opt out to still stay to the position we like. We are very much in control of decision making, what we want and how we want it. So people like you, Jackie and Alex and the others, bring this to the front. Can you explain to me, Jackie, what is the feeling from the other 5 people close to the system?
Yes. So one I explained before.
Is she stopped doing it?
She stopped doing it, but you can stop the process in 1 second. Huh? So she start drinking some water, some more water, and then she can eat some vegetables, liquid juice, and yeah, she decided to go a little bit more slower, you know, and she respects herself. You know, it's what I want to say. It's the beauty of the system. It's the beauty of the technology, because you can't go further than you are ready, you know. All is perfect. You will be in the right place, in the right position, because the plasma doesn't allow you to be in a false position, you know. So you will be there where you need to be. And I see all the people who are in touch with the system. Another person, it's the guy, young guy. He doesn't really go through the process. He just see and look on what's happened. He consume less food, but he don't really involve with the process. Then the young lady, she totally involved in the process mentally. I want to discover more and start to learn about ourselves, the relationship with ourselves, and the relationship with the food and the other form of beings of living. And she is totally beautiful. She has a lot of emotion and a lot of joy, a lot of pain, a lot of cry. But she's really nice on the process. Beautiful lady. Then 2 other persons, they are really strange, because they are in my house at the beginning and then they go out the home. And for the lady, it was really too difficult to start the process. All this fear, all this pain, all this dolor, all come in the surface, you know. and she experiment a lot of emotion. So we decided she decided to stop the process. It's too hard for her, and she stopped the
But
process.
she's still getting energy from the system.
Yeah, it's too much energy. It's too much.
No, but I mean, even though that she stopped now, is she still feeling? Is she getting it, or can she detach from it?
She detached from it. She drinks a lot, but she eat, I think, 40% less than before.
Yeah, because we said from the beginning that if you want to stop the process, it's just trying to consume as much water as possible to change the condition. So she's doing what we told. If people get into a position they don't want to carry on, it's the only way you can do it. You restructure your body with the water. Okay. What else do we have a number of people on the panel which they come on the dinner table usually.
Yeah, it's
About
what I
10 of
want to
them.
say. Yeah, because this
What
is
about the people on the panel who come for dinner every night for free dinner, but they has any of you feel any changes? The guest on the table, if you don't want to be known, doesn't matter. But
Yes, it's Dominic,
hello,
a friend of
hello,
Jackie's friend. Dominic,
hi Dominique. Yeah, you're one of the members on the dinner table every night.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Hello,
How do you feel, Dominique?
I feel fine, thank you. And I have to answer your question. You asked to Alex to see if the environment change. And for me and my family, it's evident that the process bring peace and comprehension on everybody in the house. We are when some hunger come, it's less than usual, and also we give space to each other more. Yes. And my wife want to eat another way. She something changed for her. Yes. And for me, as soon as start last Monday, last Sunday, and I never go to the toilet, and I just urine on that progressively down. I start half a liter, and now it's less 20 centiliters. And for me, it's the big gift is I I reconnect my joy, and that's the best gift for this process. I sleep more than 50% less, and I can move physically. Sometimes I think that I have to be quiet because it's like I learn a new position, and I have to adapt my situation to the environment. But it's cool, and I feel that it's good for me. Hello.
What is your physical food consumption?
Um, the 3 last day, I just drink 1 little coffee and 1 biscuit with honey, And yesterday I don't eat anything except at dinner because there is a situation which and hunger come in me, and I have to eat to calm this. And today
How does the hunger come? How do you feel the hunger?
it's a situation when I come back home, and it's a whole pattern in between my wife and me, and so I feel when I eat after this hunger, it that calm me, and I
How
feel
much do you eat? What do you eat?
um, I eat one apple, one piece of bread, and that was two biscuits with holiday. Yes.
Um, and what is your emotional condition? Have you lost any weight?
I am like I am like Jackie, but I can test. I can measure that. I just keep my urine in bottle to see the progression of the color and the quantity. But my weight, as you asked to Jackie, my pan don't go down, but I my stomach take less place.
Have you lost any weight?
I think a little.
How is little?
I don't know. I don't measure.
10 kilo, 5 kilo, 1 kilo?
Oh, maybe 1 or 2 kilo.
Okay. Can I ask you emotionally how you feel?
I feel peaceful, joy, um, calm. And I get assurance.
What do you see in the others? Because you people together in Switzerland, you know each other very well, your friends or family. How do you see the others? How do they look to you from your point of view?
The other to me or me for? Can you repeat, please?
I said, how do like Jackie looks to you, his behavior wise, his approach, or has he changed since, let's say, 2 weeks ago when you started this process compared to the past? You know him for years.
Jackie, can you help me?
Comment tu vois le changement chez les autres? Tu nous connais bien, est-ce que tu as pu voir des changements depuis qu'on a commencé le procédé sur les autres? Est-ce que tu as vu des changements sur les autres?
Yes, I am in relationship with Jackie more, and what I feel I see, he get more sensibility and presence. It's like he feel more and more people in front of him. He's very human.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think you want to carry on with this process to see where we go?
If I see where you want to go him,
No, I said, can you? Are you
yeah.
going to carry on with this process which you have started with yourself and the system?
Est-ce que tu vas continuer le procédé que tu viens de commencer? Est-ce que tu vas continuer à suivre la procédure?
Yes, yes.
Why?
I think because it's I see that this direction is the same I took by the past, by my experience and things like that. It seems evident for me.
Do you find peace with it?
Yeah.
How do you eat? How do you take energy? You go to the system or you just think of the system?
I think that he sent me a picture and I look at it at the beginning, but now no. I just when I am at home, I connect my unit, my MAGRAV unit, and I know that this MAGRAV unit is connecting to the formation, and that's all. It seems that all become natural.
Um, do you feel the condition which the others see or the ladies see, that you levitate or you lift or you feel MAGRAV positioning yourself in respect to the systems when you're near them?
No, no, no. It's as usual. Just my physical body is more flexible, more tense, and I make trampoline this afternoon, and I say that I jump higher, but it's just fun.
Just 1 second.
Pardon?
Tu as demandé une seconde, il a quelque chose à
Ah,
dire.
yeah, yeah.
What is important is that we understand more about anybody else who's been in this process. Anybody from the teaching classroom is here that can tell us by seeing the system but not being near to it, just thousands of kilometers away. Has any of you had a feeling or anything that you can add to the knowledge?
This is John speaking.
Pardon?
John from Argentina.
Yes.
I've had a big change. Although on Friday I went into a high fever, so this was also continued on Saturday. On Sunday I managed to lower the fever.
John, you have the.
My microphone is too loud.
Move the microphone a little bit from your mouth.
John,
Yeah, no, I'm lowering the preamp, but I'll lower it a bit more. Is that better now?
Much better. Thank you.
I practically lowered it down to 0 preamp, but fine. I was started on Tuesday and practically had nothing to eat or drink. But on Friday, I started with a very high fever, and my head was very heavy. Sort of, I don't know what happened to me then. And well, this continued until Sunday. Now I'm recuperating. I'm still not feeling 100% strong, but I'm even recuperating my voice. Yesterday, my voice was pretty dull, and I am sort of obliging myself to eat just a few things, a cup of tea or a cup of soup once or twice a day to see if that picks me up a bit. I haven't got
oh my God. Carry on.
I haven't got a MyGrav system built up. I've got everything in pieces still. And I've just got
But did you tune to the system with Jackie from the teachings?
Yes, last Tuesday, fantastically. Previously, about 3 weeks ago, I also drank some, what do you call it, amino acid, and that also gave me the same sensation.
What do you mean?
Well, the amino acids I collected from the making the GANs.
You ate it?
But yes.
You're not supposed to.
Well, it's done already, so this was about 3 weeks ago. I may be nuts, yes.
You can put the amino acid on a cup and put water inside it. Put the amino acid outside the cup and put some water inside it and drink the water. But don't drink it, do not consume any kind of gases.
Fine. Yeah. Well, one learns the hard way.
Yeah, go that way. Okay, anybody else who experienced anything last Tuesday when we invited you, or from the teaching classes?
I would like to add something, if I may. This is Libby from Nova Scotia.
Yes, Libby.
I asked it to feed me love, and I've been receiving so much love. I'm still eating, but I don't eat very much, and I cook with a much bigger awareness of the GANs I'm creating when I saute things in my cast iron pot. And I'm just so in love with everybody and everything. I'm loving cooking. I never used to love to cook. And now I just love it. And it's not, I usually make a soup, and I saute onions and garlic and ginger, and sometimes I throw cabbage in. But it's so delicious. It just feels like it's full of love. And it really taught me that really love is the most essential ingredient when you do cook. So that's from my perspective, and I want to thank Jackie for creating it. I only ate from it once, and I asked it to feed me love, and it's still feeding me lots of love. So thank you. Just want to add that.
Anybody else?
The connection to the group members.
Pardon?
I
Can you speak?
felt the connection to the group members.
I don't hear. I can't hear.
Was that Mark Erb? I think you had a microphone open there.
Okay, yes. I felt the connection to the other group members at some points very strong.
You felt the connection to the other group members. Okay.
What we want to do, we would like you to build as many of the star formations, not with the hope to eat, but with the hope to feed the others. You can base your reactors and in a way bring them together and separate them, that in coming together they link up and take the units back home, and you become the fourth, or the other person becomes the fourth reactor. What we would like to see is if we can uh, change and adapt ourselves to not to consume food in so many ways, and with it, once we get to that point, then we go to the steps of breathing and then understanding of the emotional balance. Is there anything else you want to add, Jackie, before we go to something else?
No, I think I just want to say thank you to everyone who start the process, and all the love, all the time, all the beautiful vibration they send to me, to the system, and yeah, it's really, really good. And I big thank you to everybody.
We will announce in the coming days, as I said, a new change in the Keshe Foundation process of supplying new systems and delivery of new systems. We have to do a lot of little backwork job that it can be done, and we will take the step into going into the market with it. There are a number of issues with using these systems, is that you can decide how and when you want to join in and how far you want to go. We will see, as I said, in the next 3 to 6 months, new cycle of people who are getting ready to become the man of a space, and we'll see them they achieve. We've seen 1 or 2, which Jackie explains that they feel like moving up, finding Magra positioning, because the emotion is very clear, but the fear of what's going to be lost is holding a lot of people back. We've seen this in the teaching. On the other hand, you've got to realize that a lot of these works comes from within the internal of a person. Some of you who sit on the system, some of you are close to the system, it's you want to be part of it, but in reality your subconscious, or in a way your emotion, knows it's not, you cannot do, it's impossibilities. So we see these things coming up in a very rapid way, and at the same time we see these things to be in charge of the emotions we have. We thought we control, but we find out we don't control. I know the problems, I see the problems, and I try to stay out of what I call controversy, if there are those people who want to make things controversial. These are the realities which we're going to face. We're going to show new systems in feeding and in lift and in the motion control and everything else. But to start getting this to be known in the next couple of months is essential for us before we go into the steps to the next steps. It's not that this is where we are in testing and in developing the technology. On the other side, the number of people who are developing is much, much more advanced than what you see. But we have, as usual, with the GANs and the nanomaterials, we have to carry a large number of people with us that we can go to the next step, because this system of feeding yourself without a physical source, it's a huge obstacle for human emotion, because we have been forced, show me for me to believe, and whatever we see with ourselves, there is something wrong with it. Because if the guy says I don't eat, oh, this is all gimmick, show me. Show it now is on your plate. You have to decide. Are you going to eat? Are you going to consume another animal? Are you going to consume another thing? The intelligence does not go by the four-legged, it goes as much as with the vertical as the horizontal. And in so many ways, we are just with this technology, by becoming more energy-based, moving slightly towards the vertical people. This is something you have to understand. The evolution now, with you stop eating, you're moving just to become more or less in the direction of the vertical people. But the only difference is you're still using lung to breathe, where vertical animals don't do that as such. We have to understand that now we are structuring ourselves. And this structuring is not that today we're not going to have no ear or no mouth. It takes months, and then we'll see that will happen. The people who do not eat, they stop eating, they stop consuming, they become the frontiers of the new evolution and what we call direction for man. And this has caused a lot of problem for a lot of people. We see them, we want to eat them. I see changes, I observe changes, but it's for you to understand how much of the change you want to bring into your life. You are in control of the evolution this time around. You control the evolution, how far you want to go, and how you want to slow it down. Some of you will go full head on, and some of you would like to do it that I can digest, I don't stand out. And a lot of you will go to meetings, you sit on the tables, you have something to nibble, but at the end of the day you don't eat much, because you already had and you have a connection with the system you eat. We are not going to lose weight, because the weight we carry is what we feel comfortable with emotionally. Those who lose weight is because they emotionally will be happy to be where they are. We will not see people doing all sorts of funny things, because it's the emotion which is in control of this change. We decided we want to be, and we can slow it down. Like the lady, she's still eating 40% less, but she's consuming a lot of water, but she's happy to be in that position till she is emotionally ready to accept the physical change. We have started the process, there is no going back. There are thousands and thousands of systems running, and we will put into the market feeding systems in the coming weeks. There are people who want to buy a feeding system, to see if even 50 out of 100 would like to go to this path, not to go hungry, we'll do it. We'll announce the new changes in respect to Greece. We're getting a lot of people in Greece and in Germany and in Western Europe asking for help from us. Help us to feed the Syrian refugees. We will respond to you in the coming days and weeks, because we have to sort out a lot of things before we can do. Because it's not just the Syrians, a lot of Europeans shouldn't go to sleep hungry, because there's no food on the table. We've spoken about this before. We will make a lot of things ready, but we have to have the structure behind it, and it's coming up. We might not be on time for some, but overall, in the long run, we'll be ready for a lot of people.
Excuse me, Mr. Kesh, you mentioned children. There's a comment in the chat here. It says, hi, it is Angela. I try to eat in my mind and it tastes good. And in brackets, this was my 7-year-old. She wanted to type that to you herself. That was Colleen. Colleen Black put that comment in, and it was typed by Angela, her daughter. So she says, I try to eat in my mind and it tastes good.
Yeah, but we have to go in that way. We become too physical, and the physicality has been used in so many ways. We start showing technologies, to deliver technologies to change the things, the situation. And in so many ways, we have to start putting these systems out. We will deliver systems which we tell you, we think this system can create food if you want to take from it. It's not for people to come and say, I wanted food, it didn't give me, I want a refund. This is the trial units. This is DIY kit if you want to see if you can fix it. We will put DIY Magraph feeding systems into the market in the coming days, especially for people. We're getting a lot of requests from Greece and Cyprus and Germany. People who want to find a way to feed these people. We will do it. We'll respond to it. We'll respond to the same thing with the Hungary and other countries in the coming weeks as the manufacturing companies of the Keshe Foundation come into operation.
Mr. Keshe, there's a comment from Uber that the salt and the sugar technique is allowing all my family and friends to lose weight. Thanks, Mr. Keshe. Does that technique tie into what you're speaking of now, perhaps, or is that a separate issue?
The salt and sugar is, one is for emotional and one is for the physicality. It works for the people who want to. We know people who tried it and they can't do it because in fact they want to be holding the weight. They can't cheat or you cannot lie to yourself. The process we will bring out to do it. There is something very interesting. If you walk in the gardens and if you walk in whatever, you go to a flower shop, look at the flowers. They are not all the same, but they all look beautiful when they are next to each other. But if you look at the structure of flowers, every one of them has changed itself to be slightly different, to be able to attract different kind of animal for it to be able to reproduce. And we have seen different color combination, thorn without thorn, how thick, how big the thorn is, which allows which type of animal to eat or to interact with them to spread their genes. Then we understand us human beings have not learned even as much as flowers. When you go to a flower shop, when you look at the plant, look how it makes itself to attract the specific things and not the others. So plants are extremely intelligent. And we, for the first time, make that decision. Plants make the decision how to evolve to guarantee their survival. Man has left everything to the nature. For the first time, we decide that change. For the first time with these systems, we take control in a very direct way. And this is where it puts a lot of right into the life of a lot of people. Now I'm in charge of my own destiny. And when my destiny says, I'm not happy with it, I don't want to kill, I don't want to destroy, it'll come the same. As I said to you, we're getting people asking us, I see communications, can you make a portable unit that we can walk amongst the refugees, that we can feed them, that doesn't create conflict? I will respond to your request, sir. We're looking and we build such a system for you. You're a human and you want to help without actually hurting the others in so many ways. We will deliver systems that you can walk amongst the people and without them knowing, feeding them and really making them tranquil and peaceful. Any other question, or shall we call it a day?
Hello, Mr. Keshe. This is Shripa.
Is who?
This is Shripa from India.
Yes.
Thanks a lot for everything that you have been teaching. I've got the first opportunity to talk to you directly here. A week ago, I was faced with a situation. My mother, who is 82 years old, had a fall in the home and she hurt her forehead. It was bleeding a bit. After stopping the bleeding for a while, I put a CO2 gas pad on her head. Within minutes, her feedback was that she's feeling good when the patch is on her head. So I left it for a few minutes more, and after a while, I observed that her wound had started bleeding a bit again. So the question is, does the CO2 in the physicality cause the blood to kind of flow more or not to not to clot as it should actually?
We don't know the answer. I cannot tell you yes or no.
Okay.
I do not use systems when like it's a stroke and internal bleeding. I have a certain understanding of it.
The bleeding was external, so
yeah. I've never used it, but I've seen reports. People report different things. I've seen Benjamin recently putting sending pictures with people who have a water burn or oil burn, and using the system where it releases the pain and the healing much faster. These are the things that we need more and more of you to put on the Keshe Foundation testimonial that we learn, and I'm sure as we are such a race, as a human race, we'll find another way to add it, and we'll find a way to improve the situation. But I cannot tell you anything, but I know I do not use systems when there is internal bleeding. I don't know about the external, I've never tried it.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Prakash, there has been someone that's been quite adamant to ask a question about treating scleroderma, which is a disease of the skin, where the skin inflammation and degeneration, thickening and fibrosis and hardening of the connective tissue disease and so on. And they're apparently wondering how to treat that.
What solidifying of the tissues?
Yes, essentially, it can be a multi-system damage.
You have to take cases like this case by case. These things have to be, cannot generally speak generally. This has to be looked at why and how and what's behind it. If it's a physical damage or is it psychological, which is added to.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I see somebody asking about the tickets to Dubai. You provide your own ticket. We provided you with an email address where the agency can help you to get the ticket. And number of people say they get no response. We don't get. I send emails to this address on a frequent basis. I don't get anything returned. So they tell us they don't see any emails. Whatever emails they have received, they will answer, and they have answered, because they are there to make money by providing the tickets. But when they don't receive it, they don't, and you must have sent several emails. I have resent the email back. It's the same. I've checked it is correct. How it doesn't come across, we do not know. But if you book the ticket for the event, please, well, if you can't get it, this agency is just there to provide you ticket, which they think is cheap or appropriate. And so if you don't get any response, please look for another way to arrange your tickets to come, as a lot of people have done. We are reaching a level that we will allow as much information as possible to come out with these people, but they tell me I'm meeting them in next 20 minutes, and they are adamant about they have received whatever they received. The number I've told them today, there is a number of people after this session is about 8:30. They are here to see me to make sure that everything is correctly done, and they say there is nothing there because we need this, because it's our business, we make money out of it. So how these emails are not getting answered, according to them, they answered every single one they have received. It is, I'll read it to you because I asked them again to send it. They have allocated this email, which is very simple. It's J for juice, A for apple, Y for yellow, A for apple, D for David, X for what you call Xerox or whatever you call it, B for brother at live.com. Jaya DXB at live.com. JAYADXB live.com. I have sent them a
I'll put
number of
that up on the views.
pardon?
I'll put that up on the view screen so people can see
This
that
is
as
a
well.
this is a company. That's how they receive their booking, and that's where they make the money out of it. So they haven't received it. They've checked the what do you call it, exactly as it is. Um, they check all their boxes everywhere. There is no email to respond. They're there. If you book with them, they organize your buses in and the rest of it to the hotel. And as we go forward, they carry what do you call it, your tickets with you, and they advise you for your tickets. They can help you with a visa. If you're asking for visa, invitation for the visa to get here, they can organize it for you as well.
Okay, I'd like to maybe put up Jackie's invitation to the MagGrav Universal Feeding System. I can put that up as well. I think he wanted to advertise that now. So
yes, you can all go there and eat. Be careful. We announce again. Be careful. We do not pass across any email or telephone number. People who come to these meetings, like the feeding system, these are half of them people who belong or part of the organization to damage the foundation. You'll find out immediately within a week or so after you make friend, your computers go down, you get threats and the rest of it. So please, wherever you go, we have to put this, do not say, if we see anybody crossing, or they say, I've been in touch with you because they see your name and they go on the Facebook, they find you and they send you a request to be a friend, and I met you in that. Be careful, very, very, very careful, please. You lose your computers, you lose all your data, you lose people, you show them where they can damage you because that's what their job is. As I said, we don't make any more comment about these people because now it's taken its course on the legal scene. And as we said last time, we explained to you this last year that we stopped discussing anything about what was going on in respect to the man in Utah, because we enter now, it's in the hand of the, what I call legal investigation with Interpol and the rest. We have to stand off. It's the same as I said, we will not discuss anymore with, in respect to situation in Antwerp. We will not discuss anything about the two ladies because there is enough evidence they have left behind that has again, like the, what we call the case with the guy who brought our live stream down, and now we know why, because he was trying to cover what he was there, and now it's 300 children saved from nightmare of telling the truth but not being believed. Now we see with the same situation. These people will come. We have made a direct appeal, and we don't do anything else because they have put everything on the internet. So we have to wait for the rest and the rest of it, which is coming up in the coming time. Last time took 8-9 months. This time we don't know how long it will take, because it's a confirmation of their own act in front of a child, and they've written a song about it. So there is no doubt it's already committed by own admission. It's very easy to get these cases through court, but at the same time, we have to understand that the security services follow these people where they are leading to. So there's a lot of this going on. Please do not give telephone number, do not give emails. If you see somebody coming on your Facebook because you use the name and they can't find it, and they say you are there, be careful. These are part of the same organization. If you haven't gone to make somebody friend, do not accept somebody else as a friend, because they have a business for their own thing. It says, we see a lot of things. The discussion here is very hot. It says, there was a lot of confusion about something, and I don't see what was the confusion about.
it mentions about the clockwise, counterclockwise coils for the health pins.
You follow, it's already been blueprinted. It's very clean and clear about this. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we call it the day today. We have the Thursday meeting. I do apologize for my students about teaching up tomorrow. I will not be present due to circumstances which is ahead of us. So we meet each other on Thursday morning teaching, 9 o'clock Central European time. Thank you indeed.
Thank you, Mr. Kesh.
Thank you indeed. Bye-bye.
Okay, that's the end of the 9th International Knowledge Seekers Workshop of the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute. And once again, as always, thank you everybody for attending, and we'll see you next week. And also on the Thursday Knowledge Seekers teaching. Okay.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, we'll end the